Daily Show. Here's CJ.
Maybe some mountain music like Grandma and Grandpa used to play.
9:17, welcome back. Daily Show on a Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Man, it's been a busy week. We're joined in studio now by Shannon and Jason. How are we doing today, guys?
Great,
We're doing well.
Well, you know, the Duck Pluckers and, I got to get the full name out there. The Duck Pluckers, Deer Skinners, and Fish Hookers Ball has really been a staple event the last few years. And each and every year, just the excitement keeps on growing. It's got to be a fun event just to be a part of.
It is an outstanding event.
Yeah.
It started, 2009? And
this is our 15th year.
15th year.
Is it already?
15th
Yes.
year. Wow.
And I got to start attending whenever, 2012. So it is a great time for everyone.
Well, we were just talking, and just to see how many are on the committee and really, putting rolling their sleeves up and getting their hands dirty to help make this event successful. That's how many? 13?
13 of them.
It's great.
13, and they're all from different areas of business. So we have, Brian
cool.
Campbell from Coleman's Country Campers, Travis Tarrant from Tarrant Harmon. I could go through the whole list, but we've got a
Gay
little
Julian,
bit from there.
yes.
Really
Gay Julian
cool.
helps on our events. So.
Just good people.
Yep.
Yes.
And a lot of our staff members pitch in and help at the event. So, yeah, we take everybody we can get.
This is really cool, though, because every opportunity we can help support the foundation and help ourselves really is what this all goes back to. And that's why I love the event, because we're really just providing, hopefully, supplies and equipment with the money that we raise to really help save our lives one day if something ever
Absolutely.
happens.
Yeah,
Yes.
we kind of play on that a little bit and tell folks this is everyone at some point in their life has to use an ambulance.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is a true statistic. So we've got to make sure we've got top-notch
Equipment and technology out on the street.
Yep.
Now, last year, what were the funds generated for? I remember talking about it, but I can't remember what.
So every year it is to buy a new ambulance.
Is it a new
for the
ambulance?
hospital.
I'll
Yeah,
be
the
darned.
wear and tear of those guys put the miles on those trucks all year long, so they need to replace one every year. So
Well, and that's a great topic too, because Jason, I'd love to ask you about it. We have a lot different terrain than most counties do. I mean, we're going from rural to municipal to, I'm sure, places that really do tear up those ambulances pretty quick. You would like to fill us in on that?
Yeah,
What
we
you go
cover
through?
about 374 square miles in Madison, Macoupin, and Jersey County. So you figure all the way from Brighton all the way back down into the South Roxana, Hartford area, and then all the way back out east, out to Prairie Town, Holiday Shores, and run mutual aid, throughout Jersey County and, to other municipalities. And we usually put somewhere between 60 to 65,000 miles on each truck a year. And, so yeah, we do. We go from, the city area, driving on the city streets, and the next thing you know, the backcountry roads and then down dirt roads, when we get it further out into the rural area.
Well, and that's why it's always important to support this, because, I mean, that's one thing I've always found fascinating, talking about just the transportation, number one, but also just medical services in general, with now the telehealth now to help some of those rural residents. But just thinking about the wear and tear on that ambulance in 60,000 miles. Hell, I'm not doing that in 10 years in my city. You know what I'm saying?
you must live close by. I always like to point out too, when you list off those counties that we service, a lot of people hear, oh, that's Alton Memorial. I don't really need to support that because I'm in this county or that county. We support those counties so much that a lot of those miles are accumulated going to those other areas.
That's why I really like talking about this, because it's one of those things where we should know that information, but we just don't. And for some reason, and that's why to have you on and really inform us a little bit about what is going back not into just Alton, but our region is a really important topic.
Right.
And now what I think is really cool, if you guys follow me on the screen here, I just clicked a little link that took me to the website here, and we got to help you meet your goal. And now here's how we do this. We're close. I mean, we're about a little bit over 58% achieved.
Right. We've got some great sponsors that's where our numbers start out. They sponsor the event, get a couple of seats at the event, and then they come to the event. But the other funds come from donations. We do a silent auction at the event. We do a live auction at the event. But the way our community can get involved in it is through our raffles. Our raffles are a fun way for them to be involved in it, and we've got some really cool stuff.
So let's talk. That's why I had you on here. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm a pretty nosy guy. So all I know is I'm looking at this, and let's go back on the screen, and let's use our critical thinking skills, audience. That looks like a A little bit of a four-wheeler
It
there.
does look like
is.
a four-wheeler. Yeah. Last year, John and Dee Dee Roth ended up coming to the event, and John and I went to high school together. Matt Van Voris and Mike Marfell were there as well. He was going to do something for the fishing aspect of the event, and the four of us kind of put our heads together, and we're talking about other ways to raise funds. And John said, we could do a four-wheeler or a UTV of some sort. So I was all about it. I married to a farmer from Jerseyville. He had to come to Alton to find someone he wasn't related to. And that's not a joke. If you saw our family reunion on Facebook this past week, there were 800 people there. So
my goodness.
It's not a joke. But anyway, I digress. We started talking, and a lot of these guys at this event are, fishermen, hunters, and four-wheelers or something they obviously want. John has that business, so we said, let's throw a raffle together. I took it back to the committee. Travis, Brian, Gay, they were all like, yep, on board, let's do it. So
incredible.
500 tickets, $50 a piece. We've sold about 100 at this point.
I like that.
Yeah.
And it's super easy. You can do it online. Scan that QR code or go to the website and get the tickets.
I love this because now we actually know that we have a set chance of winning, because you never know with those
Yeah.
damn raffles.
No.
It's like, I was doing that one. You think that you're one of 50 and then you realize you're one of 5,000 people. You're better off playing the lottery that day.
The odds are pretty good at 1 in 500.
Well, and that's really cool though. And I like how your raffle items are always something that kind of ties into the theme of the night. And I think that's highly important too.
Yes. Really, with the booze boat that we have.
Oh, yeah.
There's that.
Here you get the inflatable boat with the booze.
Yeah.
So, you can
And you
use
don't
it.
have to be a hunter or
Yeah, yeah.
fisherman to want that booze boat. I
No.
mean, you could just restock the
Look at this.
the bar downstairs.
You guys could, I hate to keep enticing you, but you got a bourbon raffle, you got a booze boat, okay? Yeah, that is a boat. That is not a wheelbarrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
When we first started talking about that, they said, let's do a wheelbarrow. And Mary Norman, who does our volunteer services, she said, we need to tie it to duck pluckers. Let's do something bigger.
Good call.
And
Let's
I'm
do a
thinking,
boat.
how am I going to get a boat there? So we came up with an inflatable boat. So that works.
Well, and one thing I can see easily being the most contributed to raffle with the way that everything is right now is this meat and freezer raffle.
Oh.
This is wonderful from B&M Livestock, and they got great quality meat too. It's
Absolutely.
good
Yes, they do.
stuff.
It's not your grocery store.
No, it's
hell
not grocery store.
So this is really cool, guys. Well, let's go back here and just entice you some more, because we got to get this ambulance purchased. I want it purchased today.
Yeah.
We can look at this. You're looking at a raffle ticket for one chance to win a quarter beef in a 5 cubic foot freezer.
Right.
That's a huge value. Especially a quarter beef. That's a lot of meat.
A lot of meat.
And you actually, for this particular raffle, as far as the freezer goes, we work with Farm and Home, and we are going to do a gift card for the amount of that
Really
5
cool.
cubic foot freezer. But if you want something bigger, you can add on to that with that gift card. So if you've already somebody who stocks that freezer and you need something bigger than that, then you can take that card and get something bigger.
Well, see, I'd be the guy too that gets the freezer, but I have the awkward space for it if it's
Sure.
already pre-bought.
Yeah.
So that's really cool to make
Yeah.
sure that you can find something that's tailor-made for what you need.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is B&M a good partner for you guys?
B&M's a great partner.
Outstanding.
Mary
Really cool.
Julian and Matt, they Ben and Megan, the whole Julian family, they really support our event. But Ben and Megan work well with us on the donating for the meat raffles, and we also do one specifically for our staff that Heitzig Farms in Jersey County. They donate a quarter beef, so we do it twice. One especially for our staff.
That's cool.
And then one for the community. So
How needed is it for the staff with the foundation, but the staff at Memorial as a whole and the EMS services, just to have a day where you can go out and kind of not relax, but just let the hair down and be a part of the community? Because you guys are always, no matter if you're an admin or if you're in the ambulance, you guys are working all the darn time, and it's probably hard to be able to step back and just be a part of the community.
it's fun to see some of them let their hair down.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And like you said, all the way from the staff to the admin and, the friends and family members that show up, they go there and they have a great time with all the events that we have, throughout the day.
Well, Nilo's a great spot. That is a beautiful piece of land.
It is. Dwayne Pitts, we work well with him.
Oh, wow.
And not only Dwayne, his staff and the wives of his staff members. They come out and they direct cars for
serious?
parking. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They're fantastic.
That's awesome.
They go check bathrooms for us, make sure the trash is empty. They pitch in.
Well, see, that's a true community
Yeah.
event. That's
Yeah.
what I think's really cool is that you have an all hands on deck scenario just from the folks that provide the venue. That's really cool.
Yeah, they're fantastic. If anybody's ever looking to do an event, reach out to Dwayne.
Yes.
And I mean, even if you're not a shooter, you might end up being a shooter because they just make it a lot of fun.
They do.
Man, that's awesome. So take me through what the day looks like for the entire event. We haven't even gotten that far. Sorry, I saw raffle tickets. The
Yes.
gambler in me just got
Yeah.
1-800-BETS off. The gambler in me just went nuts, you know.
It's all good. Well, so the event actually, we're pretty close to being sold out. I've got a few seats, maybe 2 here or 2 there, but as far as a full table, we're almost at 400 people. I mean, it's a nice.
That's
nice
incredible.
size event.
That's awesome, guys.
Incredible is a
Seriously.
nice word.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but the event starts at 4:00 at Nilo. We have trap and skeet shooting. This year is the second year that we have a group called Launch Golf St. Louis. If you've been at any of the golf tournaments, they have the CO2 gun. So if you're not an actual gun shooter, you can still shoot.
That's
and you
cool.
shoot a golf
It
ball.
is fun.
Yeah.
Hell, I'd
Jason
have
had a
more
good time
fun
with that
shooting that
last
than the
year.
guns, I think. You know,
Yeah.
because even though I shoot guns, I mean, I like the golf ball opportunity.
Yeah, whenever you stand there and you watch other people, okay, how they shooting and where they holding it, what's the angle to try to get the ball to where it needs to land. Very interesting how everybody just keeps walking out there watching other people
Yeah.
to see how
I'm
they
going to
hold
sway
it.
You
a little
can-
this way, sway a little that way.
you can make a good drinking game out of that. That's what I was thinking, too.
There's that. That's the one thing that you're shooting that you
Yes.
can have
Yeah.
a little drink at.
And with the
Good point.
with the skeet and trap shooters,
Yeah.
for those that have never had the opportunity to go out and try, Nilo does an outstanding job. With you never shot it. Here, come out. They show gun safety, and then proper protection. Getting out there, and then they show you how to shoot, how to aim, and they do an outstanding job for us of learning how.
I always love when someone shoots trap for the first time because you see how much they truly enjoy it without realizing how much fun it would be. You know, I think that's what's really cool
It
too.
is.
I agree. Outside of the shooting for the 5 stand, our main event is the Homer Clark quail flush. So some of our
Okay.
guests,
Now we're talking here.
Yes.
some of our guests sign up and they participate in the quail flush, and we actually still have Homer Clark's daughter, Mary Jo Kirchner. She comes and presents the winners with the trophy each year. Her and her sister Shelly are still involved in Duck Pluckers and our sponsors. They're both still here locally, and both are in Fairmont here. And they support the event, and Mary Jo comes to the event and presents the trophy. This year, last year, Alan Knapp and Dwight Wirtz won.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And we've heard
Figures,
from
yeah.
Dwight, well, we've heard from Dwight for the last 360-ish days how they won that event. So we're going to see if they can hold that or if
Alan's a hell of a shot.
Yes, he is.
My dad and him used to shoot together. That's how I know.
Alan and his wife actually won Best Dressed, because that's another component of it is the
Are you
Best
serious?
Dressed.
That's cool.
You don't come to this event in a black tie. It's
Oh
all
no,
camo
this
on
is
deck.
camouflage. Wear what you want to wear. There's people in waders.
Waders.
There's people in shorts and flip flops, all the way to people wearing full dress camo ghillie suits. You name it, if they they wear them.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It is.
I got to tell you, the first time I flushed a quail, I didn't know what it meant to kick up a bird when we were all. So I kicked the damn thing in the head and killed it. I always have to share that story when someone talks about quail. That was my first kicking up a bird experience. I almost kicked the head off of that darn thing.
And one of the other things, when the guests get there, you see them walk around the tables. Each table sponsor, they usually decorate their tables. And
Yeah.
it's really cool. From fishing theme to hunting theme, the way very elaborately decorated. It is really cool to see how much work the table sponsors actually do setting up their table for their guests.
It seems like there's a lot of passion all the way around
Yes.
where people really just get really involved in this.
Well, it's crazy because it's, this is the 15th year, and we still have a lot of the same folks who started coming
That's a
15
good-
years
that's a good
ago.
problem to
I mean,
have.
it's,
have followed us.
It is, and now it's become a little generational that like their kids who weren't old enough to come then are now coming. So because you do have to be 21 or older to come to the event. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and you're right though, because you see mom and dad or aunt and uncle having fun at this, and they talk about it every year. Well,
an example is Mary Lou Cowsley. She was one of the ones who started it with Gay and Nancy Simpson and Carissa Cowsley Wyatt. She works for Anders, and they support our event. She comes to it and helps at the event. So yeah. It's fantastic. It's nice to see all that.
Just incredible. Yeah. So, am I missing anything on the day-to-day? I know we were getting started there, and I got a little distracted again.
The dinner.
Oh,
yeah.
The dinner.
Is that Chef
can
Bob?
Tell about the dinner.
No, I'm gonna let you talk about the dinner, Shannon.
Wait, there's more.
Oh yes, there's a lot more.
So we do our quail flush, and then we call everybody to dinner. Dinner bell, which is actually the ambulance goes off.
That's cool.
And Morrison's Catering through the hospital comes and does our meal.
They're
now
great.
Everyone who says, hospital catering.
Nope.
Not.
No.
We're talking some of the best steaks ever cooked.
My first year when they told me, you can cut this with a plastic knife, I was like, okay. Okay. Oh my gosh.
They do an outstanding job on the meal.
Fantastic. So we have a dinner with all the fixins. Once the dinner's over, then we start our live auction. This year we have a Dr. Taylor, Christine Taylor, who's an obstetrician in the area and on staff. Her husband, Steve, is our MC this year. So this is his inaugural year.
Don't mess it up, Steve.
He's going to do great.
What are we live auctioning?
We're live auctioning.
I'm nosy as hell. I gotta know.
Well, we have a couple of different hunting trips. Whether it is a bow fishing trip is one.
Man,
prairie dog.
The prairie dog hunting.
Prairie dog hunting is another one.
And one of the things we brought up, there were people that talked about prairie dog hunting. They're nice little critters out there.
No.
However, they're actually a nuisance. So there's maybe some people out there say, the little prairie dogs, but no. So this hunting trip is outstanding.
I think Brian called him a varmint.
They are. It's no different than a boa constrictor in Florida.
Correct. Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And one thing I do want to say is we have been told that we are going to have not one, but two lab puppies that will be auctioned off this year.
That's the auction favorite.
Stop.
And there'll be one yellow and one black.
Both male.
Both male.
They'll be about 3 months old at the event.
All shots, everything ready to go that will be auctioned off.
Did you
that
take
night.
Social Security cards?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. It is cool. And on top of the pup, which comes from Seavers Kennels.
Oh.
And so they're top of the line.
Yeah, that was about to say
dogs.
that's a quality
They're top
dog.
Of the line.
Wow.
Ryan Waltz of Otter Creek Retrievers, he throws in a package on top of it for obedience
training.
or
He's a hell of a trainer.
hunting.
He's
Training.
great at I believe that's what my hunting dog Rascal went and saw too. I can't remember off the top of my head, but if that's the same gentleman, he was out of this world
He is
good.
fantastic.
They do it outstanding.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then we have Chiefs versus Raiders tickets in Kansas City. We have Nicki Minaj concert tickets, and we have Winter Classic tickets, which will be in Chicago this year. So
That's going to
Wrigley
go
Field.
nuts. That's going to be a bidding war right there. There's going to be bidding wars all around. See that? I don't know. Maybe I got to get in early, and start driving. I could be the guy out there that just starts wrangling them up, and getting the two to compete against each other.
And the New Jerseys, I think, were posted yesterday.
Yeah, those look cool, man. Those look really cool. What's your favorite part about the event? Because even though, it's fun to talk about it now and there's a lot of fun, it's still a lot of work every year, I'm sure, to get this going. Do you guys start right after this one's done? Are you starting for next year?
About a month.
About a month?
We take a month off.
We take a month to breathe, and then we recap our event and say, what can we do differently next year? There are so many things that work that we're going to continue to do, but we like to add some new stuff as well.
Yeah.
And we
so
want to make
do
sure
that.
we're hitting all audiences. No matter if older, younger, and we want to hit everybody. Give them something to do at this event. So like the raffle, the gun raffles and things like that will be happening, which is just awesome.
Yeah.
We're raffling guns? We do talk about that already?
Well, that is actually just at the event.
Oh, okay. So you have to be there to
do that.
Really
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
Very clear on that one.
Yes.
You can get the bourbon and the
Yes.
booze and
the
the
bourbon,
meat.
booze, and UTV.
Yeah,
Online,
You
but-
can get that online,
but
but
you
the
have-
guns will be at the
Yes.
event.
I saw
Yeah.
this. Is this an opportunity to support before the event?
Yes.
Oh.
So we have QR codes that are all over. We have a Facebook page. The foundation has a Facebook page, and I shared a lot of things about the event on that page. And then we have our own platform page for this event, and it's virtualauction.bid/duckpluckers.
Okay, there we go.
But
And
if you go to our foundation Facebook page, there are links
there.
all over the place that'll take you to that.
And
Right to it.
we'll link everything on Riverbender too in an article and on the video. So that way, if you guys are watching on demand or reading the article, we got you covered. So you can just click on that link and go to where you need
Perfect.
to go. But with that being said, let's go through the over. Oh, do you have? Am I missing something?
No, go ahead.
Let's
we
go
end
through.
the night.
Oh, in the night.
In the night. Can't miss this.
Oh.
We end the night with the Glendale Riders.
Oh hell, there you
Yes,
go.
there-
Who are those guys? No?
Exactly.
You may have heard of them.
Well, you know
May
what
have
I
heard
think's
of them.
great? There's no one nicer than Steve Schwait.
Yeah.
What a wonderful man.
Yep.
And then just to say that you're one of the more prolific country bands for over decades is really cool.
And
And
his son.
Yeah, and Jacob, he's he still works for Alton Memorial also.
I'll be darned, yeah.
And yeah, when Steve gets out there, he puts on, him and the band puts on
they
an
got
awesome
good.
show.
They got good product.
And they promote the event, and even out there, hey guys, come on, and playing. They do a great
they do a
job.
great job.
Steve's awesome.
Really cool. Just a wonderful opportunity. And once again, we have about a minute left. Give us the overview. How can we get there? There's 400 already, but
Okay,
we can
yeah.
still add to the fun, can we?
There
Oh,
are
yes.
400 at the event. I do have, like I said, maybe a 2-person seat here, a 2-person there, maybe a 1 there. I don't have any more full tables. I wish it could go bigger, but space-wise,
Yeah.
and I think my caterer, if I told him I'm
Oh
going
my
higher
goodness,
than that,
it would be yes.
It'd be on
Setting
site,
up
huh?
the extra, the tables of 10.
that's a lot of steaks
Yeah.
to grill. They grill them right there for us.
Oh.
Oh yes, they're not brought in.
They're not brought
grill
in.
them
They're
right there.
grilled
Oh.
right there on huge
So during the whole
grills.
event, you could smell
Yeah.
the food and the steaks cooking.
And I-
Well, that's evil. Yeah.
And we have to give a shout out to Dan at St. Peter's Hardware.
Oh, wonderful
They
guy,
do-
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they are a well-oiled machine. They put up our tents, they put up our tables, they bring the grills, they make sure we have everything we need every year, not without a hitch. So they're great.
And you asked earlier, what's the best part of it? The best part at the event is the mix and mingling, talking,
Yeah,
seeing
man.
people that you don't get to see all the time. That is one of my, that you're so busy during the event as, one of the committee members, but just trying to stop and talk to everybody that come there to support the event.
My favorite part of the event, I would have to say, is the end when Dave Brush goes to the speaker and says what our number is, what we went to. And there have been years, my first year, when we were this close to a certain goal, we're going to get you there. And not only did we get there, they got us
We
over
survived.
that. And
Yes.
it's just
incredible.
when that whole group comes together and says, let's get him there, let's take him over.
Well, and I just think it's just huge to go out and support this because, like we hit on it earlier, you guys spend so much time in the ambulance or in the office coordinating all of this, which I can only imagine how fun that could get over a weekend and seeing all the calls that come in. But to support this is really good because if we can support our first responders in any way possible,
Absolutely.
but also make it a way that's really engaging in a way for everyone to come together to mingle and just to have a few chats. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's
what it's
community. I
And it's
love
nice
it.
to see our sponsors at the event. A
yes.
lot of
Do you have
people-
any sponsors we want to highlight? Because I
we
always
have-
like to give people
we
the
have,
opportunity.
Gay and Barry Julian are our bullseye sponsors. Simmons Law Firm,
Mm-hmm.
the Gorey Law Firm, the Lawrence Group, First Mid Credit Union. Oh, I'm missing a bunch. I should have had a list, but we can link that to you.
and we'll add that in the article.
Coleman's Country Campers, Wirtz Welding, Phillips 66. I mean, there's a whole slew. I think we were at like 40 sponsors, and that goes from 10,000 to 1,000, and then just donors. It's just
It's incredible.
It's absolutely incredible. Yeah.
Just incredible. And folks, if you have the opportunity, we'll link everything on line on demand and in the article. But go ahead, start getting the raffle tickets going. Win that 4-wheeler. I mean, come on. Godfrey's getting ready to pass that damn law where you can go ride your
They are
4-wheelers
going
on
to pass it.
streets.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so that way, there you go. Street legal. How about that? Jason, Shannon, it's great talking to you.
Yes.
Thanks for having us.
I know
Yes,
the
thank you for
event will
having
go
us.
well, and you're always welcome back.
All right. Terrific.
Before we take a quick pause here, let me fill you in on Alton Little Theater. They have started their 91st season, and they got Making God Laugh coming up. Alton Little Theater is the oldest continuous theater in the state of Illinois, and one of the oldest in the country. We got that right here in our neighborhood.
That's fantastic.
And Alton Little Theater is one of our biggest supporters, where we bring the best performers from the region. We're talking folks that are on the Muni stages to folks that are in other little theaters around the community that come together to Alton, and they put on great performances. Because right now, no matter what news station you watch, you need 2 hours of escape. It is just too crazy. Turn the phone off, go to Alton Little Theater, enjoy the air conditioning, and watch the greatest performers bring great plays to life at altonlittletheater.org or by calling the box office 618-462-32.